Adirondack hunter. So deer season is come and gone, and I'm finally getting around to making the video of the big buck I shot this year. On November 29th, we had good snow on the ground. I was heading in to hunt an area, and I was cut short when I found a big buck tracking a doe coming across the road. So I had my son Wyatt with me. We shoved the Jeep right in the ditch, and we took off on it right at daylight. 3 miles later, we had the buck dead. It was a great day. Hunter Bob, he was in the general vicinity. He got over there. Woody was actually home, but he drove up to come in and help us get the buck out. This buck was just a slammer. He was 160 pounds, 18 3/4 inside. He was 143 7/8 inches Boone and Crockett. That was from an official scorer. And I sent his teeth in to get age. He was 10.5 years old. So we had a great season. I actually figured out some stats. I logged in just under 300 miles on foot this year in the Adirondacks. I was able to see 50 deer, which is the most deer I've ever seen in a deer season. 16 of those ended up being bucks. Obviously, most of them were small bucks, but there was 2 or 3 shooters in there, including the big buck I shot. So we're looking at maybe roughly 288-ish days till November 1st of next year. So I'm counting the days down. Hope you guys are having a great winter, and cheers.
Well, Wyatt and I struck gold this morning. We found a great big buck track early, right near the road, which rarely happens. And so we're gonna take him. Been in here before on a buck, and it gets real thick in here, but it's kind of surrounded by open hardwoods. So who knows what'll happen. I don't really like being in open hardwoods, but we're gonna take him and try to kill him. Well, we're still in this buck track here. This buck is running these does around. I'm actually getting a little bit frustrated, but it's better than working. So he keeps getting in these little hardwood tops, and he'll ram these does around, and then I gotta sort out tracks for half an hour, and we just got up on this little knob here, and actually I thought another buck came in from a different direction, and I had to have Wyatt just stand there. I made 3 great big circles. I finally straightened it out. He was just chasing that doe around up here, but it's just so open, you know. They're getting up on the tops of these things, and it don't matter how slow you go when they can see you from 150, 180 yards. It's hard to see them at that distance. So bumped him here again, but he's going back to towards where we started. Hunter Bob's coming over, and I don't know, a lot of times these deer cross right in the same place they did in the morning, so we'll get him over there, and hopefully we can put a hole through him before he makes it there. But hell, Wyatt and I, we've been tracking these bucks this morning since daylight. What time is it now, Wyatt? And I was on his track 11 after 10, and we just see the spike horn again. Well, all of a sudden the big buck came walking out, and I think he's piled up, but we gotta go see if we can find blood. Yeah, buddy. The spike horn just caused his buddy to get shot, I think. Okay, this is where the big buck was standing. We got hair right there. This is where he walked in. Pretty good stagger on this buck, big track. So we definitely got him. That's a pretty good shot. Looks like the old boy's dragging a leg or something here. See how he's dragging his leg there? Monster down, boys. Monster down. Holy shit, Wyatt. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. 11 pointer. Look at the size of that thing. Well, this is an absolute slammer. 11 pointer. Wyatt and I, we tracked him for 3 miles. And man, I can't believe it. He is a tank. And we were up. You can see this little bit of a knoll back here. We got up on the top of that. We had just jumped these deer. All of a sudden, this guy walked out and he just got dropped. What a monster. Wyatt, just hop in and pick his rack up for a minute. Look at that. That is a tank buck right there. Oh my Lord. He's got to be 18 to 19 wide. Slammer. Oh my Lord.
Well, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Buck cut a track right out of the truck this morning crossing the road, and he got on at first light, and I just heard him cut loose. Of course, they're crossing the river. I picked the wrong side today again. They said they got a slammer buck down. I'm gonna cross back over and go and just see if I can give him a hand getting this thing out of the woods. He said it's a big one.
Oh, I just paced this off. We're standing right here, 109 yards. And that buck, let me zoom a little bit. He was down on the flat to the right of that spruce tree, and I blasted him right there with the old 35, whaled him. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Unbelievable day. I'm so glad I get to do this. Yeah, we just set the old boy up, got some still pictures. Hunter Bob's gonna be in here in about 5 minutes. Woody's on his way. This is a huge buck. I mean, crazy amount of mass on this thing. Great spread. He's almost 19, maybe 18 3/4. I don't know, but boy, you don't get them like that every day. 3 miles. We were on his track. Picked him up first thing this morning. Oh, I'm so pumped up right now.
I only got about half a mile or so to go. These guys took this buck a long ways. And then he was headed back, and I was across the river, so I was gonna come out of this side and see if we couldn't double team them. And by the time I got back to the canoe, these guys had just shot. So here's what they had first thing this morning at daylight. There's Big Boy's track right there. And there's a Jeep. So I guess we'll get this big guy out.
Hunter Bob just made his arrival. He's pissed off because his phone ain't working.
I was just about ready to get on the radio and say, how about a wolf call?
I wolf howled twice. I didn't do it real loud though. I did like a little beta wolf.
I could smell them, so I just kept going the direction of my nose, and I didn't bring any beer. Slam her down. Ho ho ho. Is he a 10?
Huge. 11.
How about that guy, huh?
Oh, that's the one I had on camera.
I thought it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a tank. He
What
is a
do
tank.
you think, Wyatt?
Yeah.
You guys are killing machines.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Got piles everywhere.
good job, guys. So let's hear the story.
Well,
It's nice tracking right
Yeah,
here.
it ain't bad. But he got out, fought first. You probably didn't see our tracks.
Get over that way a little.
We
I saw your tracks. I followed most of the way in. He was going right on his back track.
took him through that little swamp, and he was bedded down there. I see a deer leg, rear leg, right? We're on his track. I'm like, I told Wyatt, I go, there he is. I go, it's the buck. And there was a great big log all the way across the whole body.
A lot of deer tracks in here.
So I'm standing there. I can't see his head, Finally, he turns. No antlers. I'm like, what the frig? I mean, I could see his hocks. They were black. Well, it's a spike horn. So obviously he goes. We keep going. Well, the spike horn runs and blows 5, 6 times. This buck is only 100 yards away, and he jumps him too, right? So he's with a doe. They take off. They get up in the hardwoods. He's checking every doe track. Well, then we got him up, and they had bedded down. And before they bedded down, he ran this doe all around. I mean, there was just tracks everywhere.
He's been running constant, hasn't he?
Yep. I thought there was another buck had come in, and so then I sorted him out. I'm like, no, it was just him running him around. We bring him back down through this, and
He went over and crossed the highway?
no,
Oh.
he stayed inside of it all the time, but he was right.
Oh, I thought he crossed the highway on you.
No, and so we he spun around, started coming back down this way, so we stayed on him. We got up to this high point, probably a couple 100 yards up, and all of a sudden, I smell him. There's 2 beds, and I'm like, he's right here. And this doe blows, and she takes off running down this way, you know? Buck and the doe were already gone. It was just another deer. So we stay on the tracks. We come right over here on top of this high point, and I'm sneaking up through there, and I'm like, I see a piece of a deer. Pull the gun up, and I'm ready to shoot it. It's that spike horn again.
No way.
I swear to God, I go, so Wyatt's right behind me. I'm going, it's that freaking spike horn again. And he's like, where is he? I go, you see that dark maple tree? I go, he's right behind it. I go, I'll step aside. So I step aside, 1 step. Wyatt comes up. He's like, oh yeah, there he is. So we're just standing there watching. All of a sudden, this buck just comes walking out.
No way.
Yep. Hammered him. There was a doe there too, but I can't believe the spike was with him, you know. And then he took off running, and I hit him on the second shot, 109 yards.
Best part about hunting with a 15-year-old who's tougher than nails is a lot of help dragging. Remember, you got to be like the old diesel.
Yeah.
Lots of torque. Look at the size of that buck. Man, we are going to drink some beers tonight. Hunter Bob's just doing a quick measurement here of the buck. See what we come up with, just for giggles. Got him out to SEAL Team 6.1. Woody's got here. And we're probably going to have a pretty good night, if I had to guess.
We got Thanksgiving tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, what a buck. I can't believe it. Down here at the local gin mill weighing in. What do you got? 159.8. Perfect.